between the United States and China are at a peak with major geopolitical shifts that could create a potential military conflict or more likely an economic war that could lead to an economic collapse. In this video, we're going to tell you the latest news and what you need to know about the second largest economy in the world, China. Now, this all started just a few months ago when China decided to start building artificial islands near the Philippine coast. They did this for a key geopolitical reason, to have a strategic military base in the South Asian Sea. United States protested this to the United Nations. They contested this. And because of that, they have sent warships to that area near the man-made islands, only aggravating China, which made a statement saying that it will defend those islands that are being contested between China and the United States. China, unhindered by this in any way, shape, or form, said that they will proceed building these artificial islands, these key geopolitical military bases in that region, giving them that choke point in the South Asian Sea. And now, as of today, the United States is actually urging more military operations that will only aggravate China more. With this happening, China is fuming, the Pentagon is contesting China's moves, and it is creating a conflict between these two major superpowers. With this happening behind the scenes, China is also developing and testing new weapons that are capable of breaching U.S. missile defense systems. They are doing this with Russia, teaming up together not only militarily, but also politically and economically. Russia and China have come together with their mutual enemy, the United States. We have covered the huge rift between Russia and the United States geopolitically in Ukraine, in Syria, for months on this YouTube channel, and it's showing how this rift with foreign policy is bringing together two of the U.S. strongest competitors in the world, China and Russia, together to go against the United States. They're also not only making key geopolitical military moves, but they're also making key economic moves. China, just a few days ago, launched a new gold-backed yuan that is not convertible from or to the U.S. dollar. Many economic experts say that this could give the Chinese the complete control of the gold market. With this economic move against the United States, this will only hinder the petrodollar, which is the main strength of the United States geopolitically. The main reason the dollar is at a high around the world as it is right now, and it's mainly being used by all these countries, is because it's being sold and traded on the international market, more specifically with oil. With China announcing a gold-backed yuan that cannot be used or traded within dollars, with Russia making similar moves, with other BRIC nations making similar moves, this could mean the end of the U.S. economy. Now, as we are speaking right now, China is still the largest foreign creditor to the United States, owning $1.4 trillion in U.S. government debt. But they have silently been actually selling off the treasuries for the first time ever. Quietly, China has disinvested 97% of its holding in U.S. Treasury bills. Now, the relationship between China and the United States has been a mutual one. Cheap Chinese goods were produced in China and then shipped over into the United States for consumption. This deal was great for the United States, but is drastically changing because of these trade deals. The Chinese middle class has grown over 70%. The United States middle class, with this kind of trade relationship that they had with China, actually only rose 4%. China benefited greatly from this relationship with the United States, but now this relationship is being changed dramatically with the rising middle class of China. With the rising middle class, with the changing economic situation in China, many people are worried about the huge debt bubble that China has, that are saying could spark a devastating global crash. There are many potential ways that the Chinese and their economic system and their moves against the U.S. dollar could crash the U.S. economy. This has been happening for years. China is also stealing a lot of the United States trade secrets. They're stealing a lot of intellectual property. And just as of today, the United States said that they will target India and China for these copyright violations, for stealing all these trade secrets and actually hurting the U.S. economy. With all of this happening, with all of this rumbling, not including just the own economic problems within the United States, even Donald Trump and other experts in the economic field are saying the United States economic bubble could burst at any moment and any time. With these rising tensions between China and the United States over these contested islands, with these key geopolitical strategic moves with Russia, with the destruction of the U.S. petrodollar, it is only a matter of time till these two super forces in the world butt heads. When it happens, we're going to be reporting to you here on this YouTube channel, so subscribe. We're going to have a lot more interesting information coming your way on youtube.com/wearechange. Subscribe for now. And remember, we are only here because of you and your support. Check out wearechange.org/donate. Invest in us, and with your support, we can do anything. Subscribe. We're going to have a lot more important geopolitical news that you won't hear anywhere else on youtube.com/wearechange.